You're so silly.
Why am I so silly? You're so short.
I'm sorry.
No, it's a chair. Should we switch chairs?
I asked you if you wanted to switch chairs. You want to switch chairs?
Well, I like this chair, but you seem too short.
I'm fine. I'm not offended by being short.
I'm offended by you being so short.
Why?
Can that chair go up?
I can't win. You don't like when I'm tall either. When I wear my wedges, you don't like those either.
No, I didn't say I don't like that. Can you go up? Does the chair go up?
I don't know.
How do you not know? Should be a lever on the side. Other side. I don't know what she's doing.
There's literally one lever.
It should go up.
Pull the lever.
Reef, Outdoor Family, Daryl, PC.
There,
yeah.
I'm going to be taller than you.
All right, that's too much. Sit down.
Don't make it go too fast.
What did you do to this chair?
I went taller. That's what you wanted. Don't make me spill.
You broke the chair.
Reef Robber, where's that hoodie? You got it. I'm still taller than you, I think.
No, you're not. I guarantee you're not now.
Okay, you win.
All right. How's everybody doing?
Oh, hey, Lexi.
Don't tread on me. What's up? Don? Gavin? Myron, how are we doing? So, I'll let you break the news.
Break the news.
Make it public, whatever you want to say.
We're going to sell our bears. So,
yeah.
Yay. That's exciting. I have been a bear making machine.
Yeah, we're up to...
I think 15?
15?
I don't know for sure. I was working on one... what night was that? And our son was watching a movie and he wanted to watch it with me, and it was one I didn't super want to watch, but of course I'll watch it with him. And I decided I would sew while we're watching it, and he comes over and he unplugged the sewing machine. It's like, yeah, he's done with me sewing.
That's funny. I didn't even know that.
Uh-huh. That was that one The Truman Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting movie. So Jim Carrey was really young in it.
Apparently it wasn't that interesting. You wanted to sew.
Oh, I still want to sew.
So yeah, she's going to officially start selling bears. We've got one that we have to get to somebody that's getting the first one, which I promised him he would get. Mm-hmm. But after that...
We can show some of them. Do you want to show some?
Grab whatever you want.
I have to.
It's your project. I'm just helping you promote it.
It's our project.
Yeah. I just give you the fur to sell.
That is true. You do good work. Okay, let's do the skunks first. I want to show the skunks. I think one of them somebody was looking at, so I won't share that one. But here's two of them.
Why am I holding them?
You can be Vanna White.
Oh, I'm Vanna White. This one, no, it does have a tag. The other one doesn't.
Yeah.
It's on the back side.
Yeah, we made tags too. So This one is beaver.
Yep.
And skunk. And then this one is coyote and skunk. It's cool because I used coyote belly on it. And so it still kind of looks like skunk, but yeah.
It looks like an old man.
I know, that's probably why I love him so much. It just looks like an old guy. Okay, put those off to the side.
Oh, off to the side.
Oh, I guess this one has a name on it too, but we can still show him because I think he's cute. So these are our fox. Good job, Vanna White. Mm-hmm. So this one is fox and beaver. And then this one is a trio. He is fox and raccoon and beaver. On his face.
Yeah, so he's got fox on the arms.
This is your favorite for a while.
Beaver
Is it
in the
still your
ears
favorite?
and the snout, and then raccoon belly.
Is that one still your favorite?
I like him the best, probably still.
I liked him too. When we were cutting it out, our calico cat was laying by it.
And white butt.
And white butt. This one is fox. But it looked like the calico cat. It was kind of funny. Okay, put this down.
Sorry, we're going through the selection, guys. Not able to see what else is going on right now.
You can read if you want me to stop.
No, you're good.
Okay, these are some of my newer ones. These are my bobcat and raccoon ones. So the nose and the tummy and the feet are bobcat, and then the rest are raccoon. So I like the white on this one. I think he's cute. That was fun.
You should have numbered these before we started.
So we know what.
So if someone says, "Hey, I want number 4,"
we'll post pictures. It's okay. I did donate one.
Go with the fox earmuff sterile.
These are both raccoon and beaver. It's cool how they look different too, depending on where we cut them and what the fur is and stuff.
I keep turning the wrong one, but yeah, and that's what is kind of cool. That every single one of these is unique. You know, it's not. None of them are the same. Pretty neat. These are probably I would say the cheaper ones to make. That and the one she's got next.
Well, one's coyote raccoon and one's coyote beaver.
Yeah.
This one's coyote raccoon. I like him. He was one of the first ones I made.
It's gonna be hard to let these things go.
I know. When I handed the one off to your dad today, it was like, okay, goodbye.
Goodbye, my son.
It's not like I made you with my blood and sweat. And maybe my tears if my sewing machine gave out. And this one is coyote and beaver.
So soft.
I love the heads on that one. They look like little mohawks is what it reminds me of.
A lot of Ewoks.
Yeah.
That's what we get.
I have had a lot of people say Ewok. And this one's raccoon and beaver. And then this one's not for sale. He has the bald spot on his tummy. But it was the first skunk one I did. So I did 2 different sizes. The big ones are 12 inches and then the smaller ones are 9 inches. So.
Yep.
And then
it's still probably one of my favorites though.
This one's called for, but it's skunk and coyote. So the nose is coyote. It's actually the snout of a coyote. We kind of went rounds on if we should use it or not. You didn't think so, but I did. So
yeah. So there's what she's done so far. And not all of these are even available. Some of these are already spoken for.
Yeah, just a couple of them. So
Lexi asked how much they are.
Whoa!
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry.
Breaking stuff.
Out of control. Okay, so I'm really bad with saying what I need out of something, and so it's hard for me. But what we talked about, we kind of figured in. So it takes me 6 to 10 hours, depending on the fur and stuff. So I have about 6 to 10 hours in each one. And then we did the math on what the fur and the tanning cost. And so the small ones, we are at, what did we say? I should have brought my paper. $225 for the small ones and $250 for the big ones.
$250 for the big ones.
So, and then I have had several people ask me if they provided the fur, if I would do it, and I'd be happy to. We just don't want ones that have holes or bare spots. When I'm cutting it out, it's really hard to avoid the bare spots. And some of them, like the skunk that I'm not selling, I couldn't find the bare spot till we already had it done, and it stinks. I was really sad about it just because if it's a hole, sometimes it's okay because I can sew it, but if it's a lot of holes, it's a big pain too, because then I have to hand sew all the holes.
Right.
So, but I can do that. If it's a small one, with my time and the fur and or my time and the supplies and stuff, we said $125.
125 if they supply the fur.
Yeah,
There's the old man one again, Daryl.
that one's my favorite.
It's hard to see their eyes. I mean, they're in here.
Yeah, so I'm cutting the fur. I think I'm getting better, and I
Yeah.
might go back and trim the fur on some if they want, but I am getting more comfortable with it. I use a little fingernail scissors and cut the hair around the eyes and the nose. But I was so nervous at first because I don't like cutting fur because it's beautiful the way it is, but it gives them more of a personality, I think, when you can see their face.
Was this one of your recent ones?
No, the bobcat one is my more recent one.
Okay. I gotta find the bobcat one now. Where'd it go? Yeah. The eyes are a lot more pronounced.
I'm getting more comfortable, so I can go back and cut. We donated one to
Pheasants Forever, the local chapter.
And so before I sent that one off with his dad, I went and I recut its eyes because I wanted it to look nice. So, yeah.
So if anyone's wanting anything they saw, IowaTrapper2@gmail. Let me know. One thing she didn't say. Whoa.
You had it.
Is the skunk ones are a little higher.
Oh yeah.
Because the skunks are about 20% higher, just because, we've got 6 skunks in some of these. The fur market, 6 skunks, that's $90, and we got another 90 in tanning. You're hitting,
hunting and stuff.
Yeah.
Was
hunting and stuff. You already beat me to it. So they're about 20% higher, but yeah, she's taking off with them and she's loving doing it. So
Iowa Outdoor. That's really, I didn't think about that. A seam ripper, take the bad part out and sew a new one. And sometimes that would work. Some of the spots I kind of am in a corner because it can be so unique of fur. I've had some of that, but
cable guy, that includes shipping. We decided that's going to include the shipping. I think so, right?
Yeah, that's what we talked about. When are you going beaver trapping? They're all waiting for you.
I've got a few videos on the camera. I haven't even got thrown together. It's not been a season for me right now. Everything's been thrown together. Have 2 or 3 locations I'll check before work or way late, and just, yeah. I don't know. Nothing's happened yet, so we'll see. Earl, just email me and we'll work something out. She's got PayPal and Venmo, and that's what we're going to go through.
If you don't have either two, we could talk. If you know them, we could do a check or something as well.
Right.
We'll figure it out.
But yeah, if anyone has fur that they want, so the average bear.
The cable guy wants the bobcat ones again. Can you pull those both? There's 2 of them.
2 bobcat ones again.
Not that one. He's
not that one. I know.
Are you sure?
I do like this one.
Yeah.
Wait, nope, sorry, that one.
I like both. I don't know. I just think they turned out cute. I like the white on this one. This was the upper part of a bobcat. It was like right behind the back of the head is what this part is. So that was kind of cool.
Lori, thank you. Yeah, they are very unique. She's put a lot of work into these, She takes a lot of time at least every other evening she's working on them and putting them together, and every single one turns out different. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I like them. And I'm kind of figuring out, like, the back of like a coyote where the mane is, where you want that on an animal, on the bear compared to.
Right, yeah. Figuring out what parts you can use for what to make it better. But
yeah, it's fun. I'm really enjoying it. So,
I mean, and the backs are just gorgeous too. So
our daughter, every single one I make, she says,
I want that one.
That one's mine. That one is mine. So she has kept I do have different colors, eyes and nose too. I've got pink and brown noses, but I've not used any of them. I think they're a little bit smaller. And then the eyes, they have different colored eyes too, but I think they're a little smaller too. So that's kind of why I've been sticking with the black ones. But yeah.
Backwoods, I have not, man. Outside of physically sending SD cards or by being within Bluetooth connection.
I have Dropbox. If any of them have Dropbox.
They're too big.
Through Dropbox? You tried that?
Yep, we tried Dropbox.
What about in a compressed?
You have to buy the thing, the big version of Dropbox. To
I have it. I had to pay for it for school, so.
Last 6 months of trying to figure this out, and you drop that on me.
Communicate. If you would have said you were trying.
Hey, Molly. Cable guy, which one are you wanting?
Oh, thanks, Lexi. It's fun to make.
Which one are you wanting, this one or the other one? Left, right. Which was the one on the left? This one, right? Oh, it's so weird because I'm backwards in here.
You
So
literally just shook one that said left and right.
yeah. Okay.
That was you.
Okay. All right, cable guy, you're gonna have to email.
Let me get a sticky note so then I can.
No, we're getting sticky notes now.
Well, I don't want to be wrong.
You gotta tell me which ones, Pops, because I know she's moving them pretty quick, or will be, I think. She's finally feeling comfortable with this, so that's pretty cool. Backwood said you can make a teddy bear out of bear.
Yeah, that would.
I think the only problem with that, Barbarian, so what we've ran into is like with even raccoon or even otter, the leather's so thick. She really struggles with that versus fox, coyote, stuff like that. The thinner it is, the easier it is by far.
Yeah. My machine, we've been going through. It's kind of hard on the machine and my fingers. I put a needle through my finger again tonight, but yeah. So I did that, and then our daughter was like, "Well, let me see," and then I showed her, and she's like,
She cannot handle blood at all.
Never mind. Did not want to see that. Can you make a slap? I don't have a pattern. Maybe in the future. Maybe.
I know, Molly, we're looking at not necessarily pushing it by any means, but hopefully down the road getting more into like even blankets or pillows or something like that if she's feeling comfortable with it.
Yeah. We kind of have thought this is a way we're our son has to have jaw surgery, so our goal is to, if I can produce these and get a good hunk of them sold. Apparently jaw surgery costs about as much as a new vehicle.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to kind of get some funds for that because he gets that done June 18. So if we can push a bunch of them out now, then hopefully we aren't completely out of savings.
Right. Which is another reason you haven't seen me do a lot of beaver trapping right now. I'm actually able to get hours at work these last like 3 to 4 weeks. So I'm capitalizing on it every chance I can.
Yeah. It's funny because our doctor, our dentist, and our orthodontist have all said it's life-changing for him, but then insurance calls it elective. And so it covers parts of it, but not all, but it's enough that, before insurance kicks in, what was it? Like $100,000?
$118,000?
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll be panhandling for a while. Trying to make that work. But that was kind of what we thought. I mean, I can't work. I'm salaried. The more I work doesn't matter. And you can't control if you don't get hours. So
I started thinking about working the corner. Last time I did that though, I lost $40 on apparel and I never got it back. So it's really disappointing. The only guy that showed up was that creepy guy in the van. And he had black licorice. No, if it was Reese's, I mean, I'd been good, but seen the coyote pillow. Yeah, I've seen them hunting stuff. We just haven't done it before. Jerry, we're not asking for anything like that, man. I appreciate it, but we're all right. Just trying to do what we can to make a little extra money.
Yeah, I mean, it's the world we're in, so I would buy a Sasquatch.
Pops, that's actually higher than what we're asking, unless it's a skunk bear. Then depends on the size. You're probably pretty close.
Yeah.
Because the skunk ones, I mean, yeah, we've got $180 in material.
Yeah.
So that's what sucks about the skunk ones. I actually had someone reach out and ask if she'd be willing to make a mink one. And, that's the thing. Like, you've got to make these things. You've got two really good sized raccoons. 3 to 4x to make a good raccoon. You're probably talking 20 mink, I'm guessing, and 20 mink. That's $300 in tanning fees alone. So, uh, it's tough to figure it out. Off the hook. How we doing, buddy?
Oh, thank you, Lori. He's
He's pumped
looking.
for it.
Yeah, it was neat. We went to meet with the surgeon, and they asked him if he wanted it, and he says we won't do it if you say no, and because obviously they want them to be on board too. And he said yes. And the things, if we don't do it, it will impact his quality of life, and so it's got to be done.
Right.
So it will be a lot of time, but we'll take some time off work, and we've got good support. My family and his family, we're all going to kind of take turns sitting with him and stuff. And my brother actually lives in the hospital. He lives right by the hospital that our son will be going to for the surgery, so we can stay there if we need to, or get a hotel or whatever. But
Which it sounds like he'll be out in just a couple of days.
yeah, it's not a long
Yeah.
thing. So but he has to go back. So he stays overnight, I think 2 nights, but he has to go back like the next day. So it almost doesn't make sense to go home.
Right.
We'll figure it out. We'll have to talk about
Yeah.
it. But
We'll get it figured out. But
yeah, but he is. He is handling it.
yeah,
And
better than I would.
they said how he handled his wisdom teeth surgery, that jaw surgery would be 5 times worse. And he handled jaw surgery really well, and
Wisdom teeth.
or wisdom teeth. And so, yeah, it'll be okay. It's just something that has to be done.
Right.
So, but we do appreciate the prayers, obviously.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. So I don't know if you guys know what a double jaw surgery is per se. You probably explain it better than I could.
Yeah. So his lower jaw is not lined up well with his upper jaw, at all, and so because of that, his teeth don't line up well, and it's going to cause problems for wearing in the future. He'll have headaches, TMJ. He's not going to have enough room in his mouth. He already doesn't. And so even his bite, he always is biting off to the side. And so
it's probably about an inch over bite almost.
More than that.
So he
has
to chew a sandwich from the side.
Yeah. And so basically what they do is they go in here and they split it. So they'll slit the bone in half, and then they move it forward like this. So then his jaw's moved way forward, and they'll do it on both sides. And then they put 3 pins in it. So at least it's not wired shut.
Right.
And
then they do the top too.
Yep.
The whole top with all your teeth gets moved forward too. So
then
pretty big deal.
Yeah. And then it's no chew diet for 3. He's skinny already, so that's the big thing we've been on him to bulk up, because we don't want him to lose too much weight. But no chew diet for 3 weeks, and then soft chew
for another 3 or 4.
Yeah. And then but absolutely no impact anything for 3 months.
Yep.
Because then by that time the jaw will be fully back to heal. The bone will, after you slit it and do the pins, it will heal. The bone will regrow. Right. So is what they said. So
yeah, just a scary deal. So cable guy, you did not have to do that. Wow. I will definitely check your email at the end of this for sure.
We'll get it sent to you.
Yes, we will get that to you, sir. I appreciate it. Wow, that's crazy. Thank you very much. He's, it's one of those things we knew was coming. So, we've been preparing for
it. Actually was supposed to happen last summer, but the surgeon that was going to do it left, and nobody contacted us, and then it got behind. And so it stinks because it's also his summer going into his senior year.
Yep.
And so they said it'll change the way he looks even. And so he even didn't want to get we were talking about doing senior pictures. I have a friend that does photography, and he's like, no, I want to wait till I'm healed from jaw surgery because I'll look different. He didn't want to do that. So yeah, my mom is terrified. She's always like, are you sure you need to do it? It's like, yes, because we don't want him to struggle either. But
yeah, I think the coolest thing about it though is he's so ready. Like, I'm
The right mindset. If he was saying no, it would be so much harder to heal from that.
I'm pretty tough in a sense as far as, kind of suck it up and deal with things. But with this, I'm like, like I get it if you have doubts, and he's all for it, 100%.
When they had the skull, they had a skeleton head, a skull out, and they were showing us the procedure, and I was like, "Don't pass out," because I don't handle
For
that
him
stuff.
or you?
Me. I was sitting there. It's like, "Don't pass out while he's talking," because I picture it being no, and
Right.
it's like, "Don't throw up, don't pass out."
Is she all right? Yeah, she's fine. Keep going. I'm listening.
We'll add that to your bill. Now we have to
right,
clean up your floor.
right. No, pops, we're fine. We're not looking for anything
No,
like
yeah,
that.
no,
We're
no.
not.
We have a plan. I
Yeah,
mean,
we figured it out.
we're
So
working on it. So
backwoods. Seriously, guys, I appreciate it so much, but um, we're fine. We're fine. That's we're just trying to. She wants to sell her bears, and we're gonna just raise a little extra money with that.
we have yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting
He'll
there.
work the
Yeah.
street corner some more.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna work that street corner, and 260 pounds in a mini skirt. You'd be surprised at the quality of clients that you get.
Well, where we live,
Yeah, right. I mean, the only one that's gonna show up is her and about like 10 o'clock. Like, it's time to go to bed. Oh shoot. But yeah, no, anyone looking for bears, seriously guys.
The only ones we don't have right now, we don't have fox. So I want to make more of these because I love that one too. But I don't have fox fur. But we're getting some. We just don't have it yet. So
we're actually believe it or not, I'm my good friend at Sleepy Creek, Ben. We're gonna be going up there. I gotta get more fur tanned for her to work on that I have. But since I don't catch a lot of fox, we had to buy some already tanned fox from him, and we're gonna pick those up hopefully in the next 3 weeks. And then she's gonna go create. I love the fox ones. The fox ones to me are just
their skin is so thin; it's easy to. It's
for you, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing to me how different it is. Like,
that's so. It reminds me of a gray
is
fox.
so thick. Yeah, that's what you
Makes
said.
me think gray. But yeah, beaver you struggle with a little bit. I mean, as far as needles.
Oh man, I have broke a lot of needles. Yeah, and even the hand sewing it warps my needle. It's so thick.
Penetration's an issue. I get
it. But I like working with. They all kind of have their own thing because like coyote fur is so long that it takes a lot of work to tuck it in before I sew it.
Right.
And then, but the skin is fine. It works fine. But yeah, but sometimes with fox, I had to be careful not to pull it too tight because I don't want to tear it either.
Right.
So,
Lori, there's going to be no pictures. There's enough pictures of me embarrassing myself at trapping conventions across the country that I'm not going to take any more pictures. Daryl, the wife wants this one. All right, send me an email, boss. I think this one's available, right?
I'm fine. You're the one that was set on keeping it.
So you're gonna make more. So
you need an upholstery sewing machine. I looked at that. Okay, so it's funny. He was pushing me to buy a new sewing machine. I just have a brother, and it's been fine. And he was like, "I think you probably should buy a backup one." It's like we're not spending money on a sewing machine, and then I was having problems with it all today and yesterday. It was having an issue, and it's like you jinxed me because
I didn't do anything.
But you actually fixed it, so
yeah,
you were good. But I have looked at an upholstery one. Maybe someday if this keeps me busy and
keeps you plenty busy.
Yeah, I enjoy it. We'd have had one person that sent us furs, and that's gone well. I've been struggling a little bit. That's the sewing machine, but now it's been smooth sailing. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone has any furs of theirs that they want, let us know. Send us an email. Hot and Stuff shared it again. I appreciate it. But yeah, let us know because it's realistically, I mean, it's almost cheaper for you to send your own fur in
Yeah.
than have us do it. So with our own.
And after tax season, I do have an extra day off a week, so I will have
Yep.
hopefully a little more time, depending on how everything goes. But
Yeah, these things are just cute.
I love that one, the old man.
I do too. Like the hoarder in me wants to just keep these all in our room.
You're like our daughter.
I know.
It's mine.
I'm worse.
There you go.
I'm worse, but
I brought one of them to my mom's house, and their cat was smelling it. She bit it, and then she ran away. I thought she was gonna run off with it. So the cats are weird.
Jeff Hale, absolutely, buddy. We can get you one. Which one are you wanting? The skunk ones are a little higher. Thanks, Myron. Yeah, she's put a lot of work in from her first one to where she's at now. Definitely, I mean, she's really figured this out. So,
Well, it's still
well,
it's
everyone's
getting
different.
easier,
Yeah,
but
you're
yeah.
figuring it out though.
Mhm.
It does look like skunk on the front.
Yeah, that's what a lot
It
of
is a
people
little
have said.
wider, but and fluffier, but
Yeah, that is coyote. How many coyotes do you need for a smaller bear?
I think we had one.
No, I've never used a coyote in a smaller bear because we weren't sure how the fur would look. I've never made a smaller coyote. We weren't sure if the fur would be too long, so we'd have to play with that. I could trim it if it looked bad, but we've not made
Oh,
a coyote.
right, yeah.
A 9-inch bear.
So,
I've not
Lexi,
made one.
we did not do a small one just because we thought the big ones with that long hair,
It might look like a blob.
it might look like a big circle. You see what I'm saying? Because you take it from this size down. Why am I the one handling all these? Down to this size.
You're Vanna White. That is your job.
Yeah, well, I don't quite.
I should have
have
made
the
you wear a
equipment.
sparkly dress today.
I should. But we're just worried that a small coyote, I don't know how it would look.
I could try one and let you know. We could try to make one. But
it'd only take one coyote to do it.
Yeah.
But we just don't know what it looked like.
But then also one of the things we realized too is, so we have an accent, so it's always two furs.
Yep.
So if you do coyote, I've done raccoon or beaver with it,
Right.
because I think it looks nice. That one's bobcat.
Yep.
And that's not coyote at all.
Right, but I'm just making a point that
Yeah.
whatever we do for the whatever she does, not me, I'm not even part of this, but whatever she does for the main thing, there's always the accent, which is the muzzle, the ears,
tummy.
and the
not always tummy.
No. Not always tummy, but always the pad of the feet.
Yep.
So the bottom of the feet, the muzzle, and the ears, I think have always been
something different.
Yep.
But with a coyote, if we did the snout or the back of the head where it's real short, I could probably do that with just a coyote. But we'd have to play with it.
Right. Yeah, this one's just the beaver.
Feet and nose and ears.
Nose and ears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I appreciate it, Backwoods. We're just kind of getting going with this. She's just starting to really get to a point where she feels comfortable selling them. So pops are about 20% higher. So you're looking at a big skunk bear. You are pushing $300. It sounds pricey, but we got 6 skunks in it, and that's $180 in tanning and skunk fur. So don't tread on me. The skunk, the bobcats are pricey, but we're doing them in the accents. So we can get 4 bears roughly out of the bobcat accent. If she was just do one as the whole, yeah, you'd probably be a lot pricier. So
I was so afraid to do the first bobcat.
So was I.
You acted all confident in me.
I knew you'd do it, but we don't catch a lot of cats, so it's hard on me, especially with cats and otter.
I told you we didn't have to do
No,
one.
I was happy with it because I trusted you, and I still do. But when you have this, the few you catch, and then you slice them open. It's just
Yeah, that broke your heart. I could tell.
that's
you were
what bothered
sad.
that hurt,
Mhm.
but it was worth it, and they turned out great.
I
So
could tell you were sad.
that's just tough, That's just tough. Outdoor family, thanks for stopping in, buddy. You have a good night, bud. Jeff Hill, you let me know what you like, buddy. Send me an email. Everybody, if you're interested in one of these, send us an email. Or if anybody has fur at home, like we said, if you have two good sized raccoons and and a fox, you want to sound off, $120, get you a bear. So, Brian, how we doing? We're actually running out of our material. The box you see behind me, that's all scrap from everything that she's made.
Yeah, I'll take pieces out of it. There was one night we were up way too late and I was cutting stuff out and I could not find a piece for the snout. and it was just one of those nights. And for some reason the word snout was funny to me.
Snout. Oh yeah. You guys ever get that like you're so tired that everything's hilarious?
I could not stop saying the word snout.
Snout.
Snout. We were really dumb about it.
Cable guy, I think, yeah, we got you for one bobcat already. I'm trying to find the other one now.
You could make a nice quilt out of the scraps. It would be interesting to piece together. Someone had suggested we did a piece together bear too, but
that's the second one. Yeah, that's the other bobcat one.
Yeah, so. I like that one.
Bobcat, raccoon. These things are so cool.
There was one skunk that had a stripe right down his booty. Did you notice that?
I didn't.
The cable guy says yes.
Cable guy, you do want the second one too? We'll put excuse me. We'll put you down on them, bud. You're gonna run out of bears tonight. Means you got to work overtime.
He kept sharing pictures of him, and I said, "Wait till we have enough. Wait till we have more." And I was feeling okay. They're going. He wanted to take some to. Where are you going?
If this proceeds and she keeps going with this, eventually I want to put something at the NTA convention. I think that'd be pretty cool. Have a booth at the NTA convention.
If I can make the time to make more.
Yeah.
The scraps, yeah. I was thinking what would be cute is to make, you know how kids like headbands with cat ears? I thought about making some headbands too. And then I was saving the tails for a project too. I really like the tails. So I have a few other things I'll be in our spare time.
Which, I mean, with the scraps, I mean, some of these things, guys, I mean, you are down to inch pieces of scrap. I mean, it
isn't much.
There's not much left, but about the only thing on some of them she'd be able to do is make the headbands for kids or something. Little 1-inch little ears or 2-inch ears of
might be cute.
Whatever. So
what? It's so funny.
I don't know. I'm trying to get it to get more of you, and it's just not working.
It's okay. Does it need to be?
It is. Mm-mm. Oh yeah, Pest Center, and that's I am huge into let's get fur big in America again. That's a huge thing. I mean, we get fur huge back in America. That just
I brought the first one to work, and I was nervous about it because I work in it. I just was worried. Well,
more of a liberal environment,
and because it's we have a bunch of offices. We have 6 offices. And so someone wanted to share them in the newsletter. And I've had a lot of people asking me, they did. I told them no initially, and they kind of pushed, and they did share it in our inter-office newsletter. And my favorite on this one is the try on the arm. That was off a leg of a fox, and I just loved it. I thought that was so cool.
I'd say the softest cable guy is the fox. Just because the fur is the most pliable. I mean, they're so thin.
The awkward thing on the bobcat was so we used the tummy for the tummy of the bear, and it had nipple.
Yeah.
And so
You
then
can say it.
I didn't, it had nipples. I didn't know if you would get in trouble for saying that on
Who
YouTube.
cares?
But it I had to cut them off with an X-Acto knife. That just was weird. Well, otherwise they were there, and you could. I mean, you'd put the tummy in it would be weird.
Perfect. It's realistic. You can make some of these, with C's.
I don't even have that. We're not doing that.
Jealous of a bear, honey. Earmuffs, maybe one day, Pops. I'm not sure what she wants to do. It's gonna be up to her.
I've had some requests. I've had mittens is a big request.
Pillows.
Pillows. Yeah. I want to get caught up on some of these and the bears, and then we'll go from there. I want to make a possum bear. We haven't done that yet. That's on my list. I want to do.
I've been told possums are the softest fur.
So I'd like to make one of those. We haven't yet, but that's my.
Which means next year I keep all my possums.
And then I want to do something with otter. We had one otter, but it kind of had an issue.
Yeah.
And so we couldn't use it to tan, or we couldn't use it to make a bear. But
Critter Getter, yeah. We've already had a request for that.
Really? Oh yeah. But we don't have badger really around here.
No, other people do though.
Our son swears that he sees one around our house, but we haven't seen it.
I've caught 4 in my life, and if he saw one close to our house, I'd be almost upset that it's that close. I don't know about it.
Oh, dragons out of armadillos. That would be amazing.
That'd be cool.
Rabbits.
Rabbit fur would be cool.
Our son was just bitter about we did not have a good rabbit season this year, and he was pouting about that today, actually. Jeff,
yeah, man. We'll reach out through email. I got to work tomorrow, which actually makes 6 days in a row. I'm finally getting the hours, so I'm taking them. But I'll have some downtime at work tomorrow. I'll send you some emails. Probably respond to most of these after. Be tomorrow during my breaks and stuff, but yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, Critter Getter, if you want a badger bear, I would say 2 badgers and whatever an accent fur would be would make one.
Yeah, are normal badgers that light? Or are they a little darker? They're darker, aren't they?
That's a terrible excuse for a badger.
Oh, don't tell him that. That's rude.
It was my first badger. But
oh, okay.
No, they're more coyote fur. They're a lot longer, a lot thicker.
Okay. Yeah, that would be fun to make into one too. I like the stripe on it. You'd have to play with it.
Yeah, even the rest of the color is different.
Okay. Obviously, I have not hung out with badgers, so I don't know.
I got one upstairs. I'll bring it down for you.
I apparently missed a comment.
Yeah, this is the aftermath of what's left of a raccoon.
Yeah, so these pieces, like up here, I think there was a bald spot maybe. But some of this I'll mess with. We'll do ears on or something. So
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, really not a whole lot of waste.
Don't hold it over my drink hair.
I put my drink cup in my fat box in the shop.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, I know. I'm just gonna
give you a tetanus shot.
I need one.
Cliff, we are charging $125 if you send the fur. Although you might have to fight Justin for the gray fox fur. He has been dying over. That's one of his goals, is to catch a gray fox. He has not done that yet, but if you sent one, that would be neat. I think depending on the size of the fox, so I made a 9-inch bear, and I did I used one fox on that, but it was a good size fox. And then our gray fox smaller, I'm not sure, but we'd have to figure that out. Hey, Anthony. A gray fox would be pretty as one, though. Justin's going to be tired tomorrow. It's 11:30 here. Don't tread on me. I feel like I missed part of your comments. The 9-inch doesn't look 3 inches. Yeah, let me hold up one of each. Do you think, is a gray fox smaller than a
Red?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by far.
So I probably couldn't make a raccoon and beaver. Can you find me a big? I think is this one raccoon and beaver too? Yeah. Oh, come here, Vanna.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to make a gray fox into a 9-inch then, right? So
no,
this is
you would have to have at
this
least
is the
two.
12 and then this is the 9.
Hold on. There.
So it does. The 12-inch, you always say it, you think it looks bigger than 12 too. I think the fur helps, but I held a ruler up to it and it is like perfect 12 inches. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, Anthony just joined that conversation.
Yeah, I couldn't help that.
But Cliff was asking about one gray and one red of a fox.
You would have to.
If it's a good size fox, we could make it in. We did make one.
Right, but a gray is almost half the size of a red.
So we definitely need something else to.
You would probably have to have 3 grays
for a 6 or a 9-inch.
Probably.
How long is the fur? Is it coyote length or is it?
It's like a normal. Fox? It's like a fox, okay. Maybe even a little shorter.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had a whole lot of grays. I've only actually played with 2 of them ever, and they just showed up in the shop yesterday. So
I told them you'd be jealous if the gray fox came in.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, Lori, I'm so struggling with the time change. We get up pretty darn early in the mornings, and it's like, ugh. And I have a really old lady dog, and she has cataracts, so she can't see for anything. And so I have to carry her down in the mornings because it's dark now, and she's not impressed. But
hey, Boxy.
What did I come into?
Right. Yeah. We're selling bears. That's what we're doing. Not talking about anything inappropriate. These things are fun.
I know. My favorite part is when I'm done sewing them, right before so I have to sew up the seam after I'm done stuffing it. But I always give them a hug to make sure they're huggable. That's my favorite part. I seen you do that tonight. Every time I have to make sure it hugs well.
All right, Pestiner. Thanks for stopping in, bud.
There's one lady I work with when I bring them in to share, and she hugs every single one of them. She absolutely loves them. That's the hard part too. And I know somebody likes something, I just want to give it away. And it's like, I know we can't, but I want to because I like that it makes somebody happy. That's so hard for me. Please just take it. I know you love it. I just want you to enjoy it. So
yeah, we got a lot of time in these.
I know. And you have your fur in it, which matters too. So, but I just like that people like them. It makes me happy. That was the one I was going to send with your dad, but he liked the darker color better. So I liked him. I love his mohawk. And my favorite is the tufts on his arms. I just couldn't bring myself to cut them because I thought they were cool.
There definitely are some long ones.
Yeah. What I love is how different the coyotes around here are. Their coloring. Like sometimes when we had to get 2 coyotes, it was almost hard to find ones that matched. Yeah, it was really cool. That was a lot of fun. But I realized I'm starting to think more like you, which scares me. So
you're welcome.
Like I was petting our dog the other day and it was like, that would make a cool bear. Oh, thank you, Boxy. Our dog would not make a bear.
Yes, it would. It'd make a great bear. It's even got like
his fuzzy butt.
Yeah, fuzzy butt. Earl, I get it. No, she's pretty proud of these things, and she should be. You know, she's put a lot of time and effort into it, and
I just get nervous because I don't know.
She's a perfectionist. She is a perfectionist. We had the two that she won't sell because they have flaws, which one of them has a flaw the diameter of a pin that I can't even find half the time.
No, if you're asking some money for something, you want it to be quality. And
Right, and I get that, but
if I picked that up at Walmart and paid for it, I'd be sad that it had a flaw. So I don't want to do that to any. I don't want to
we're
sell
not
it.
Walmart.
Yeah,
We're
but
human.
well, and our names are on it, and so I want it to be good.
You explain it to them, and then move on. If they're good with it and show it to them, then we're good.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason this guy won't ever be for sale.
Yeah, he's got a bare spot on his
Yeah,
tummy.
he's got a bare spot on his tummy.
Yeah, it is. I couldn't find it when I was making it, but I see it now and it drives me crazy. It's a good bare spot. This is all bare right here. And then also when
Still can't even see it on camera.
well, it's white. You can see the seam. It had a bald spot right here too, and you can see where I sewed right here. It's kind of bald right there. That's why I'm not selling that one.
I couldn't notice.
You can see it. You literally can see it. See, right there.
Call it a birthmark.
Bald spot.
I think I wanted her to try a nutria. I think that'd be kind of cool.
When did she start talking about killing and dead animals? I wouldn't ever kill it. And one thing I told him too is I don't really want to take fur unless we know it's been ethically sourced. I just yeah. I don't have a problem that he does it, but I fall in love with everything, so I just couldn't. So yeah. I don't have a problem with it, but yeah. Nutria. So those are like, what would their fur remind you of? Would they be like beavers?
Cross between a beaver and a muskrat.
Do you think
Size wise and fur wise?
What's their skin like? Because
they'd be thinner, a lot thinner than a beaver. I think. I don't know that, but I would think they'd be a lot thinner than a beaver.
Man, could you imagine making one out of a muskrat? That would take 1,000,000 muskrats.
Well, like we said, that guy that wants a mink, it's like, I mean, I think it'd literally take almost 20 mink.
Well, I don't know how you would cut out some parts of it. You'd have to
do it together and then cut it out.
Yeah, that would be tough.
That'd be terrible.
I'd try it, but I'd be terrified because mink are not cheap. So,
well, the tanning aspect of them. Right now, the fur market's so low, it'd be all right.
Oh my gosh, don't tread on me. Maine Coon, I have been on him. I want a Maine Coon. We had one when my son was little, we had one, and she was such a doll. She would sit with me in the bathtub. I just adored her. I named her Miss Cleo, and she reminded me of, do you remember Miss Cleo? Miss Cleo, the Jamaican fortune teller.
Ah, yeah.
That's what I named her after. And she was so that personality. I want a Maine Coon again someday. Someday. They're super trendy right now. A bear with a bare spot just seems natural.
I could see that hunting stuff.
That flaw is funny and a perfect Christmas gift.
See? Exactly, Earl. I don't see it just by looking at it, but she can. She can find everything wrong.
Holy cow. My son is hunting them 300 to 500 a night. Are they overpopulated?
What's he hunting?
Is that nutria? Is he talking about nutria?
Nutria got brought here from Europe during the fur trade, like when we're like settling.
Oh.
And then they got loose and they exploded in two areas down in the Gulf, like Louisiana, Arkansas, and then also
crocodiles eat those, so they have or
alligators.
Sorry.
And then at the same time, where the big fur trading house was up in Portland, they got loose there. So you have two populations of nutria, like bigger than a state, but you got the severe Northwest and down there around the Gulf is the only populations of nutria. But they've just blown up and they destroy everything.
Lori, cleaning instructions. Will you hand me one? This one has a name on it. Will you hand me one that doesn't have a name? I made tags for it off of. I don't know if I can. How well it will show up. Oh gosh. So I did Justin's logo on it, and I put it that it's handmade. Oh, I'm really bad at this. You do better.
Yeah,
Vanna
see?
White, where are you? Make it show this side. So I did say that it's spot clean only. We kind of talked. No, it's not clear. But down here it says.
Where are you going?
Right here, it says spot clean only right there.
There we
So
are.
I did try to put cleaning instructions, and then I also list on each tag what furs I use to make them.
Yep.
So yeah, and it has your Iowa Trapper email on it as well. Oh, spell check, Anthony. I noticed that with our son. I tease him he's going to be an engineer because he can't spell, or his handwriting is like a 5-year-old's. He is so crazy smart, but he definitely lives on his spell
One of those
check,
Einsteins that like super smart but just can't write.
Can't write.
Jeff, I think I did. My phone's been buzzing in my pocket. I just haven't looked at it. Don't tell me. I think it'd be too tough. Deer hide is so thick.
Thicker than beaver?
Oh yeah, 4 times.
Oh, yeah, that would
4
be very
times.
fun.
I can rip beaver with a fleshing knife. I don't think I could rip a deer hide if I tried.
That's crazy. Okay, so nuisance animal messing up the their bounty. So in Louisiana and stuff, they have the predator of the alligator. What about in the other location it ended
Nothing.
up? There's nothing.
Reef robber is the only predator up there. Really though, they have nothing.
Well, that's like in China. Did you hear? I watched this crazy news article a few years ago about China. There was a cartoon about a raccoon. And so everyone in China fell in love with this cartoon, and they found that you could get a raccoon as a pet. So they got all these raccoons, and then they realized they don't always work out as pets, and they let them go. Well, there's no natural predator now. Now they probably eat them. I don't know, but they took over stuff, and they were talking about because they can collapse their rib cages and stuff, so they were in everywhere causing problems, and so Nutria kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean they're invasive. I mean, reef robbers got some good videos out of. I mean, it's just crazy. You have a nice little waterway, and they dig into the banks, and the banks collapse. You get tractors stuck. I mean, it's
So that's what are they burrowers?
yeah, just like a beaver or muskrat.
Okay.
They're basically.
Do
if
they
you
have a
took-
tail? They don't have a
Yeah,
tail.
They
do.
have a tail just like a muskrat.
What am I thinking of that doesn't? It's brown. I don't. I'm gonna have to Google what a nutria looks like. For some reason, I'm picturing like something that I don't know.
Picture a muskrat that had a lot of rhesus.
Not NutriBullet. Nutria. Oh, it reminds me of a really big muskrat. He's cute.
That's exactly what I.
It does. Oh.
Laura, yeah, she thinks of everything. She's the huge planner, and she's got everything covered. I just get fur tan and give to her.
Oh, it's just the graphic designer in me. I just thought it'd be fun to give it a tag, is all. And because I thought if not everyone knows the fur, then we could write down what it was. So that's the only reason I made a tag. And Vistaprint, it was super cheap to make too. So that was all.
Oh yeah, Anthony. I'm sure some big bass will eat them. That'd be about it.
Oh, I've seen the ducks, like the baby ducks that get eaten by bass. That's so sad. Oh.
Yeah, cable guy. I think Reef caught one that broke 20 pounds. A nutria. I mean, they're big.
How?
They are. A big nutria will be close to that size. A little smaller.
Wild.
But it's. I don't know the fur quality, but they look like a muskrat.
I'd be interested because muskrat are soft.
I don't know if nutria is as soft as a muskrat. They seem coarser haired, but the ones down south probably now more coarser haired than the ones up in Portland just because of the climate. But
Interesting.
yeah, it's kind of neat. So, but
It'd
yeah,
be fun to make a bear out of one.
Myron, I'm not real sure on it yet. So our anniversary is the Wednesday night, and I have a demo Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. It is about a 4-hour drive for me. So,
It's okay if you go early. You'll just owe me something.
well, I
shiny.
was going to ask you if we just do something big the weekend before.
Yeah, I'll expect that.
I expect nothing less of you expecting it. But if that happens, Myron, I'll be up there, at least Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Earl, I think she's going to just
Until I don't like it anymore. So
right. And the more she does, the more she's having fun with it.
yeah,
So
he keeps asking, "Do you still like it?" And I'm not one that sits still well. Like I can't even sit through a whole movie. I just need to be doing something. And so doing this is kind of I can sit on the couch and I usually sit. We have this rocking chair that we fight over, and now it's mine because I put my sewing machine by it. And so I like it because I can sit and sew, and as long as my kids don't unplug my sewing machine, I can sew, and I like it. It just keeps me busy. So I'll do it for as long as there's a demand, and even then, maybe keep going. Who knows? But
right, yeah, she just started, getting into this. So I'm hoping that, just kind of with the reach on this channel and what she's doing, with the work she's doing, we can hopefully keep this going for a while. And who knows where it'll go for her. Maybe one day she can quit her real job.
yeah. But I know that we've kind of talked about it, and there's someone that sells them on Etsy, and they said they were quite successful, but
Right.
we're not to that point. I just want to kind of make an inventory and make sure I feel confident in my skills.
Right.
I mean, I sew, but I'm definitely no professional, but I do feel like I'm getting better. So
Yeah. The eyes especially are really looking good. You're getting more efficient, shaving off some time.
yeah,
I'm getting better at cutting.
we have someone that pull that fox up, the red one, the little guy. I realized an error I was doing. His head is just a little crooked. I don't know if you can tell. And I was like, that one's not for sale because his head's crooked. And then we had someone that wanted it. And I said, is he sure he wants it? Because the head is a little crooked. And so I do know now I'm marking it differently so I can, because this is inside, it's all inside out, when you're sewing. And
First off, how many people really notice that the head is
I do.
crooked?
I know it's crooked. It is crooked. It's slightly. His nose is slightly this way. So
that's character, is what that is. It's character.
So anyway, I was not going to sell that one, but then someone wanted it, and
don't tread on me. Actually, that's your next plan. We've got a small weasel hide that's gonna be. So we're good.
He'll wear them in his next trapping video.
Yeah, show up to convention. There's a pretty good chance it'd pop out.
It'll pop out.
You would go there. Sorry. It's been a long week.
It really has.
I should just let you finish this. I should go to bed.
That's all. The end.
See what pops up next. Oh man, we're getting out of hand here. We're gonna get demonetized.
You are out. Cut out of YouTube. Oh.
Yeah, Earl, I guess I don't see the flaws, but I'm not her.
I know I can be kind of nitpicky, but
Kinda?
it's just because, like I said,
I get it.
if someone's buying it, I want it as perfect as it can be. That's what my goal is. So, yeah.
Not even gonna acknowledge that one. Thank you. But yeah, that's about it. What we got tonight, guys, is she's finally feeling comfortable selling bears, and like we said, if anyone's got the thing, if someone sends us fur, we have to make sure it's quality, like she said.
No slips.
No slippage, no bare spots. minimal holes. You know, if you have one or two small things, it's not the end of the world. But
And depending on the site, it's just I will have to hand sew every hole. So
right,
and then it kind of messes with the pattern. So
right.
yeah.
So it's just,
And
but
also know that I'm human, and so I will do my very best and take good care of your fur. But um, yeah, hopefully I don't make a mistake. I'll give me a little grace. But yeah,
no.
we'll do them as they come in. If you want to email your email, and then um, we'll let you know kind of a time frame.
And preferably commercial tanned. You know, if someone's really good at home, that's fine too. But you know, these things got to be soft and pliable for her to really. Some of these things where she's sewing them, I mean, I'm looking over there and she's flexing with everything she's got, and I'm like, "You need help? No!"
It's like,
I'm out.
don't talk to me because it's full of pins, and I'm trying to force it through the sewing machine or hand sew it, and it's like I don't have a word right now, and you're like, I probably do have an ugly grimace face as I'm trying to get it done, and it's more like, please
It's
don't
mostly
sew.
when you look at me. Period.
Please don't sew my finger. Please don't wreck my machine. And I'm just praying for the best. So,
Oh shoot!
pop goes the weasel.
It's a good night, guys. We had a lot of fun. It's a family show.
You better censor this one.
I don't think I'll have to. YouTube will.
You're out.
Thanks, Earl. I appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Appreciate support. Come on, Don.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh. Anyways, that's about all we got, guys. I'm hopefully gonna do a little bit of beaver trapping at some point. Just trying to figure out when and how. That's the big thing. I'm gonna have to get some at least for her crafts that she's doing. So.
I do a lot of the accent with it. So
Yeah, the beaver fur is probably my favorite. Didn't we have a beaver one that we did the bulk of?
no. I didn't want to because we didn't have enough. And
Right.
so I didn't want to do I almost did, but then I would have been in trouble because
Right.
we wouldn't have enough for the noses and everything else.
Well, maybe we can get an actual beaver full one done.
We'll just have to get one.
Hey, Natural, how we doing? Yeah, you probably don't dread. I mean, hers actually works pretty well. We've had a few issues with it, but we got it figured out. PA's bailing out of here. All right, take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, John.
Yeah, I like my machine, and part of it is I just don't. I did actually look at a singer when I thought mine was done for this last time, and it looked pretty good. But if this keeps going and it's good, then maybe we'll talk about it. But at this point, it's more of just something I like to be doing, I guess. So when I start my sweatshop and have a bunch of people that are sewing for me, then then I'll buy a nicer machine.
I found my third job. If when hooking doesn't
The
make any
sweatshop.
money, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was all proud. So he doesn't ever let me when we cut the fur out. He cuts. I draw the pattern out, and he cuts it, and it's he uses his what knife is it?
It's a Havilon blade.
Havilon. I wanted to say Havilon. So he uses it for skinning and stuff too. And so he has to go change the blade. We fight over it. It's in the shop. He goes, gets it, gets a new blade, yada, yada, and cuts out my pattern. And so the other day I was grumpy anyway. And it was like, I'm an independent woman. I'm going to buy a knife and I'm going to do it myself. And so I traced out my pattern and I got my knife, and it literally was the second piece of the pattern I cut my finger, and it wasn't bad. It was more I just cut a good hunk of a knuckle off, like the fleshy part, and I was bleeding everywhere. He was at work, so I quick wrap it up. And then I told Grace, do not tell your father. And I said, I will let you watch 30 more minutes of TV if you don't tell Dad. And okay, sold. She's fine with that. He literally just gets home from work and she's like, Mom cut herself and it was bad.
And I'm like, uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. What a traitor. What a traitor.
Yep. See, he still
What a
needs me to
traitor.
cut patterns.
No, because I've done 2 since then and I haven't.
Well,
So, yeah.
your time's coming. If you can't find a handsome,
One
better
of them
find
we
a
can
handy.
charge more for because my blood is in it. Or maybe that's a discount.
Less,
Yeah,
maybe.
probably a discount. But, yeah. I'm so mad at her. Mom cut herself. What a traitor. She's normally does that. She's telling on you to me.
I know, all the time.
I
So
like
I was
that
very
better.
happy that she told on you.
So mad at
Hunting
her.
and stuff, we can't use them. So with this, when you're cutting fur, you have to make the most shallow cuts.
Because otherwise you cut the
You
fur.
cut the fur on the other side.
Mhm.
So literally, you don't want your blade going more than the depth of the fur. It's so hard to explain, but I mean, I'm literally, when I make cuts, I'm literally doing them like
It's like sketching.
1/8 of an inch at a time.
Yeah. Lightly drawing with a pencil. That's kind of how you're cutting
Yep.
the fur. You just don't want to cut because
You can't just set it down on something and just cut it out because then all the fur
is
trust
cut
me,
on the
it's
other
terrible.
side. Yeah.
Cable guide, no, she's mama's girl, 100%.
Oh yeah, yeah. That
Yeah.
kid is glued to me. Like half the time when I'm cooking, her head is under my shirt behind me. She's weird, but she is literally attached to me most
Yeah.
of the time. So
I'm the discipline.
I am sometimes too. But then she guilt trips me. She's, why are you being mean? It's like, I don't know because I'm grumpy. And then
And I
feel
don't
mad.
get guilt tripped. The more she cries, the more mad she gets, the more mad I get.
It
She goes to
just
bed.
breaks my heart.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right. Please. Who said yes to ice cream the other day? That was you.
Yeah, but it was you that was upset and moody. Ice cream was for me and
I
Grace.
didn't even get the ice cream.
That was your choice.
Oh.
Grace got ice cream. I got rum. We were good.
It's a balance. She did rat me out. I was so mad. I'm gonna remember that. The next time she wants something from me, it'll be like, remember when you broke your promise to me? No.
This is the funny thing, because I walk around the corner of our dining room. There she is laying on my wife because she can't leave her alone. She goes, "Hi, Dad. Mom cut her finger and it was bad." And I'm just like, it's a weird way to start a conversation, but all right.
Brat.
I told you.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
I get so mad because well, you can't do that. Yes, I sure
I never
can.
said you can't. I just said
You'll cut yourself.
Because these are surgical blades, made for professionals with cutting.
Mm-hmm. Apparently not me. Well, I bought us a new knife set too, and literally the first time I used it, I was cutting up my broccoli to go in my salad, and I'm holding the broccoli like this, and I took my knife and I cut, and it took forever to heal on my finger. Literally the very first time I used it.
What happened? Nothing? Feel like something happened.
Oh, it was one of those I thought I was going to be sick. I just cut right through it. Oh, it was disgusting.
Oh, shoot.
That was a sign I should have had pizza for lunch instead of my stupid salad. Ugh.
Yeah, that's not even a meal.
Curse you, salad.
Oh, shoot. All right, guys, I got to be up in 5.5 hours, and this is day 6. I'm tired. You want to keep going without me?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to. I don't care.
Oh, our kiddo will be up early anyway, so. He told me. You did tell me super glue.
Super glue fixes everything.
I didn't. I have this cool salve that a friend made me, and it has vitamin E in it and stuff. And I put that on for several days, and it hurt for a while, but it bled through. Well, both of them bled through the band. He was like, when I cut myself on the other one doing the fur, he was like, it bled through your band-aid. Like, yeah, I know.
I could cut my arm off right here, dip it in super glue, and we're good to go. Like, that's just how that works.
Oh my gosh. That's where all my super glue goes.
I do have a container in my truck.
And you owe me for cat litter too.
It's outside.
Super glue. You bought me a new one?
Yeah. It was in my truck, and there's some mud and stuff on it, but yeah.
You're lying.
Dead serious.
It's the loose cat litter you use. Then you legit bought me a bag or a box. Was it the right kind of cat litter? Oh, here we go. He took my inside. We have 2 inside cats, and he took my cat litter, and he promised me he'd buy me more. So we'll see. Oh, good night, Myron. It was made for the armed forces to close wounds. Ugh. I get it, and it is nice when it's sealed shut, but I don't know. I don't know if it needs, so it must not need air. The original super glue was used in World War II for closing smaller. Oh, man. That's wild. I do love my super glue, though. Here it comes. Oh, how did it get so muddy?
I told you it was in the back of my truck.
Oh, my Lanta.
It's not even muddy, it's just dirty.
It is mud.
It's fine.
Well, thank you.
I told you I'd buy you one.
I'm proud of you. We're talking about super glue.
Works perfect for everything.
It was used in World War II for closing up wounds.
Yeah, see? Told you.
I do love my super glue.
But not for wounds.
I like the Loctite gel stuff. I love that stuff. It's so good. Apparently everyone else in this house does too, because it always disappears.
More
that
so,
and tape.
More so blame your daughter for both of those things.
She doesn't use super glue. But tape, that kid will burn through tape. She was at my mom and dad's one time, and she was doing a craft with my mom, and my mom's like, you sure use a lot of tape. And Grace says, I know, I'm banned from it at home. She's not wrong. I banned her from using tape for a while because she kept burning through it.
Yeah, no.
Darn kid.
Just like you're banned from knives.
You're so funny.
Ow! My arm. I think it's broken.
Get some super glue.
Good night. I've had enough physical abuse for the night. I don't need any more of this. Here I am donating my furs to my career project, and I get hit and beat up, and don't hit me again. Ow! It hurts. It's not super glue.
I think you'll live. Caddyshack. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, honest stuff. You got that. I like that. I love that part. Ow! My arm. I think it's broken. It's just so funny.
Our son had a screenshot of the gopher forever as his cell phone.
I'm all right.
It was lovely. If you did that on the corner, someone would pick you up.
Yeah, the cops.
Use all the tape. Yeah,
I could see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Our daughter has my dad wrapped around his finger. She wrapped around her finger. He can't tell her no, so I love that.
That's why every week we come home with more and more stuff.
Yeah, she keeps him busy.
Well, I think we're going to shut her down, guys. I got to get up early.
Bedtime for you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for, watching his stuff and supporting him. And then, and for the people interested in my bears, I appreciate that too. So it's scary to try something new, but it's exciting at the same time.
We're going to have plenty more of these to come. So she's making, I don't know, once tax season's on, you probably have 2 a week.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I would like to do some stuff with the kids and enjoy some outdoor stuff, but I will do them as I can. So
yeah. So she has fun, keeps her busy.
It does. So. Yeah. Oh, Scab's in here.
Oh, hi, Scab.
You can't tell me what to do. You're not my granddaughter. I love that.
That's a good one. I like that. All right, cable guy. Thank you, sir. I'm going to check a few of these emails when I get off here. I need to get to bed. I'm tired. It's been a long week. So we'll see you guys. Hopefully, we'll be doing a little beaver trapping at some point, but it just depends when. I work 6 days this next week too, so I've only got Monday off, and that's going to be full of finishing fur and doing house stuff. So
Look into getting a laser cutter. My laser cutter is him, apparently. So yeah, I'll read about what it is.
because he's cut steel. All right, we're out. Good night. Thanks for stopping in.